Okay, I'm trying to work around tech issues again. So here we go.
Okay, let's take a look here. I think it'd be nice if you could format the title of the document just a little bit more, maybe make it a little bigger at a minimum and or add color to it. I think the biggest thing is it isn't clear that you are going down the road before you get to step one. So I think you need to create a step one, beginning at St. Peter's Dome, follow Gold Camp Road until you see a fork in the road. And then this is like almost step two, and it's go to the left up to the gate. So there needs to be some clarification there. And I think like for this one, you need to note that they're going several miles before they get to those tunnels. So maybe you can clarify that as well. I think for actually highlighting the waterfall, you might want to draw a circle instead of freehand this circle. It would look cleaner, so you can use the drawing tool. I think this is a great step. Again, I don't think it's step two, and I think your arrow is fine, but maybe it's the circles that make it feel a little bit rougher or something. So that one is good. Probably the biggest thing you need to think about doing is creating one page for each step. So it's step two or whatever it might be here, and then you can just somehow format this so that all three of these images look like they are part of the same step, and each image is associated with a note that helps you to make that next step. So you probably title it and then have the instructions right underneath it, and then format these so they look like notes, and then you can put your warning at the bottom or something like that. But right now it feels pretty disjointed. I think you can note, I feel like this is another step. They've made the turn, which was one step on the other page, and now it is to proceed on the trail. So you really need, again, a step 3 or 4 or whatever it might be, and then the instruction, proceed on the trail either on foot if you're uncomfortable with the fact that this is a little bit downhill, or on your bike, and then you can use these as notes. And then I would have this step on an entirely different page, or just a clear demarcation here that you're moving on to the next step if you can't fill a whole page with each of these. I'm wondering what road you're saying there are sharp turns along this road. There are sharp turns, but I feel like those are more relevant for before you get into this intersection. Once you actually are stopping at stop signs and stoplights, it's not really that curvy. It's curvy as you come down Gold Camp Road, so you need to clarify that. And I feel like there's just too much going on here, not as much proximity as I'd like to see. But I do like your inclusion of the maps. I think that's great. I opened up this document and the alignment's a little bit off for the video, and I can't change that. But again, working with your titles, however you format the instructions, format the title for this one the same way. And you do not, the biggest problem here is that it isn't about, I think it's great that you did like a step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you need to have a description. That was the assignment, really. So before you have these steps, which are extra, and we will definitely use them, so you can keep them on there, but you need to format this as a description. So it should have a short conclusion, it should have a short introduction, and then it needs to have a description next to each image for each item before the instructions of how to use it, that introduce just the technical aspects, the overall item. So if you need some additional information on this, I think you need to go and read those handouts again.